This is my 2001 2.5 V6 Jaguar X-Type. It's a petrol manual, and I gave it to my dad as a present, and very unluckily for him, some twat has twatted him in the car park and made a right mess of this door. Now, I thought that the dent men, you know, paintless repairers, would be able to sort this out. They can't. They're a bit full of bullshit, to be honest. They wanted 550 quid to put that right. I went on eBay and I bought a new door for 130, of which 80 was the postage and packing. This is the door that we've bought, and effectively it should have been 50 quid, but they charged us 80 quid to deliver it, and I think they delivered it by hand because it didn't come in any packing. As my dad put it, a big hairy bloke turned up and delivered it, and it was quite dirty and it had bird splats and green on it, but it is in really good condition. In fact, the only blemish that we could find is just here, and that will actually sit under the mirror so you won't see that. The inside is really clean, there's no rust in it at all. And it's still got the speaker in it. It's got the glass and it'll have the electric motor, so that should make it easier for us to do the job. First thing I'm going to do is take out the door card. Probably don't really need to do that, but I would like to take it off so that it doesn't get damaged. The door card's got 3 screws holding it in, 2 in the bottom of the sill there, and the other one's behind this little plastic shield, which you need to pop out from the top with a tip of a penknife. There's the 3 screws, 1 at the top, 2 at the bottom, and they're very much easier if you've got a magnetic screwdriver to get them out. The door card is held on with push fastenings, so if you start at the outside edge and gently wedge into it, you can slowly pop them out. Invariably they break. I'm going to be using a garden weeder. I have actually done a video on how to repair door cards using polymorph, so if you need to know how to do that, you can always watch that. The door card came off really easily because the last time I took it apart and put it back on, I put copper reeds on all the fastenings, so you can see my repairs that are still in good stead. I did these nearly 3 years ago, and this is all good, but what has happened is down in that corner, that one's broken, so I'll be making that good, and obviously the fastening is still left in the door. I can pop that out. The next thing is to disconnect the electrics, and there is a connector here, and I've got to figure out how to disconnect this bit. Right, this connection here, this has proved to be really difficult, but what you need to do is get a thin blade, put it down the side of it, down there, and then you can just pull it out. It's got a little click tag in the side of it. So there's 2 more electrical connectors, one for the speaker, so that's the one in our car, and then one for the electric mirror, and that's got a little tag that pops up which then allows you to pull it apart. I'm not going to take that off yet. The 2 main electrical connectors are here, and these are twist connectors that then pull out, but it seems to me that that needs to be done after the door is taken off. Now, the door that we bought has got a speaker in it, but it doesn't really look much like that one. So this is the door that we've bought. This is the speaker that's in it. It's in good condition, it taps like it should, but it's not a multi-vane speaker like the other one is. That's got about 3 cones. So I expect I'll be ending up changing that over. That can't be too difficult. There's only 3 points there to pop that out. Again, we'll do that when it's back on the car. So before undoing the hinge bolts, which are 10mm, we need to take out the door stay, and that's a Torx fitting. That's a TX40, and it was surprisingly easy to undo. I thought I was going to have to crack that, and it just undid. So it's probably got some blue sealant on it to stop it rattling out. I'm ready to undo the door now, so I'm using the Concept Symmetry Guitars painted bucket system. You'll see the black bucket is in contact with the bottom of the door, which gives me a good measure for when I put the other one back, and the other one is about 2 inches, 5 centimetres above the orange bucket and packed with a cloth. So what we've discovered is it's far easier to undo that bolt and leave the hinges on the door than it is to try and take the hinges off, because they're really difficult to get at. And that really makes sense, because then you've only got to hang it on 2 bolts. Using the patented bucket system as a guide, we placed the door onto the black bucket, and my dad held the other end of the door and we got it to the right height, and then we put in these 2 connecting bolts, one here and one at the top, did those up with a 13mm spanner, and then put this stay back in. And I think we've been lucky because we haven't taken the hinges off. That's almost perfect. Looking at the shut lines, I mean, that is very slightly low there, but I mean, you're going to have to look at that really hard. That's almost perfect. That's good. And that's good. So I'm pretty happy with that. That's gone back on, you know, as good as it's going to get, really. Now it's just a matter of doing the cosmetics, changing the mirror. There we are, back to its former glory.